Okay. So it's good, so good to see you guys all. I absolutely love our Tuesday nights because I get to see all your guys' faces, and it's just a great time to come together and just, collaborate, go over different ideas, and just, if anybody has any concerns or struggles or positive things that are happening, it's a great time to share it because, no matter what, if you have a question about something, I guarantee somebody else has a question about it. So it's an awesome time to just speak up and share whatever you're going through, or if something worked out awesome for you, it's just a really good way to share. So what we wanted to talk to you guys about tonight is just kind of getting back to your basics. There's been a lot of changes on Facebook, and, it's been summer, and so people have gone on vacations. There's a lot of people on this team right now who have had babies, and just a lot of changes that have happened in the last couple months. So I just want to get everything back to basics, and sorry, I got distracted. So just back to basics and kind of go over just a few steps just to kind of help you guys, kind of guide you guys on what you should be doing every single day for your business. I'm going to have a few other people kind of jump in and tell you guys and help you guys see different ways that they have done it. But it all goes back to the 4 basic steps. And one of the speakers that actually Julie and I listened to, she's the one who got me into him, Bob Healing. He actually used a formula. And so I'm like, that sounds perfect. Instead of just saying the 4 things you should be doing every day, I'm going to start calling it's the formula you should be using for your business every single day. No matter if you're growing your business on social media, or if you're, more belly to belly party, but, growing your business, the 4 steps should be done every single day. And it's just the basic things to kind of, work your business. So some of those things, the first thing, and I know Jocelyn actually kind of went over it. Jocelyn Yates actually went over it with us last week, just, the 4 basic things she does as well. So I just think that they're so crucial for this business. So the first thing is going to be by posting 3 to 5 times a day. And I know some of you guys are new. And so I'm going to have a few of the other girls talk to you guys kind of about what to post and when to post, and, that kind of thing, so that you guys are kind of having a kind of an understanding of what to post. One thing I will say about posting, the pictures that look like it works pictures, you guys, that look advertising, I'm going to say try not to post those as much, because you don't want your Facebook or your Instagram to look like, a set, like an advertisement. So I would say try to limit those and try to make them a little bit more personal. But I'm going to have some of the other girls talk to you guys about kind of different ways to post and ideas on what to post and that kind of thing. So the first thing is posting every day, at least 3 to 5 times a day. If you're new with us, and you're not really used to posting, try to get into the habit at least posting at least 3 times a day, morning, around lunchtime, and then around bedtime. And if you are new and you just want to go full force, I would say, you can even up that to about 5 times a day. You don't want to post any more than about 5 times a day, though. The second thing is growing your network. So it's really, we're networking, so we're going to be constantly, we constantly talking and building relationships with people. And so it's really important that we do that on a daily basis. When we first start out, we're going to work with our warm market. So we're going to work with a lot of people that we know, our friends, our families, our coworkers, that kind of thing. And you could either start off and have a little network, warm market, or you can start off and have a big network market. So it doesn't, or a warm market. It doesn't matter where you're at. We're all going to be in the same area, a couple months after our business. We're all going to need to start growing our business into that cold market. So people we don't know. So that's going to be really crucial. So I advise you just to kind of start doing it right now. Even if you just started and you have a big, warm market, work with your warm market, but slowly add other people into your network. The bigger your network is, the more people are going to start seeing your posts, the more people you're going to interact with. And so it's really important. So, for instance, every day, my network has pretty much grown on Facebook, but still I maintenance it, every day. So I'll kind of delete people that I don't feel would ever benefit from these products or would like these products, and I'll add more people to my network to get some fresh people in. So, so you guys can always do that too, but just keep adding people to your network. And I'll kind of go in some ways of how I've, added people to my Facebook and what I've kind of done. So that's number 2. Number 3 is going to be building those relationships with people. So we're in networking. We are not here to be a sales rep, or, I don't like to ever say I'm a sales rep or I'm a distributor or anything like that. I like to say that I am, I share these products. I love these products and I share them. And so it's really important that we build that relationship with other people so that they can see our passion with these products. They can see our passion with this business. So build those relationships with, with people, because people are not going to buy into you, or they're not going to buy into your products. They're not going to buy into your business or how much money you're making or anything like that. They're going to buy into you. They're going to buy into how you are representing yourself. They're going to buy into, if you're inspiring them. They're going to buy into, if they like the kind of post that you're making, and if it's making a difference, and if it's actual posts that are, very thoughtful and just intriguing to them, and it has content to them. So
Amanda,
yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to add something really quick to what you said about that you don't say you're a distributor. Can you not buy me?
Oh, sorry, what's that?
Okay. Yeah, I was just going to add something really quick. When you were talking about not saying I'm a distributor or I do sales, something that I learned when I was with Melaleuca was that they say, oh, I do networking for a health and wellness company, because that's really what we're doing.
Yeah.
Or sorry, not networking, marketing. I could do marketing for a health and wellness company.
Yeah.
Or you could even say, I do online marketing. And then people are like, oh, really? And, they think you sit behind a computer at an office, but
yeah,
it kind of opens up the conversation and they'll ask more questions.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you kind of, if you use those kind of wordings, I think that it helps, tremendously. What I say is I think that's perfect, Julie. I think that, saying something like that is so good. I even say when somebody's like, oh, what do you do? I say, I have a business that has health and wellness products. So something like that. And it's my business, So, or I have a company, or I say, a business or something. So I think that's really good, Julie. So thank you. And then, just building those relationships are really important, because like I said, people are going to buy into you. You want to be the first person that, you want to come to them and talk to them about, I guess I'm kind of jumping into the 4th one. So contacting and communicating with your people on Facebook. So your new network that you've grown, your warm market, your cold market, contacting them is one of the best things that we can do in this business. It is really important to have that attractive marketing so that people are drawn into you. But you guys, no matter how we say what we are in sales. We are networking. That is what we do. And so it's really, really important for us to be the first ones to contact them. It's great if people can reach out to us, but it's going to take, especially if you're new in this business, it's going to take a while for people just to start to come reach out to you. It will happen. People will start to do it, but for people to continually do that, it's going to take a while. You have to build your brand. You have to build, relationships with those people. And so the best thing we can do is to first, contact them. And so say, for instance, I will, add somebody new to my network. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to tell them what I do. I'm not going to tell them about my products or anything like that. I'm going to build that relationship with them. So a lot of times what I'll do, say I just added Brittany to my network. I'm going to say, hey, Brittany, thanks so much for adding me. I look forward to connecting with you. Your family looks beautiful. Something like that, that's going to first take that initiative step. And then she's going to be like, ooh, who's this Amanda girl? She looks familiar, but because a lot of times on Facebook, they think that if we friend request them, they think that they might know us. So, you know, and then they're going to start looking into our stuff a little bit. So, and then, you know, and then after that, you know, you start building that relationship with her. So you could say like 3 to 4 weeks down the road, you can say, hey, Brittany, I just wanted to let you know, like I had this awesome promotion. Would you be interested? But we actually, Julie and I have kind of come up with a way to kind of go around messaging people on Facebook so that it's a little bit more personal. So I'm going to have Julie talk to you guys about that in a minute. So those are just the 4 core things that we want to do every single day. So it's the formula. It's our It Works formula, you guys. Okay, so before I kind of get into some of the other steps, I'm going to have, let's see, I'm going to have Jen and Melissa kind of go over. I don't know if Megan's on here. I'm not sure, but do either one of you guys want to go over our posting, you know, how to post and, you know, kind of the content of our post so that it's very attractive to other people?
I have
Go ahead. Sorry. Could you just go like review the first 4, like the 4 steps real quick? Just so jot them. Okay.
Yeah, of course. So the first one is going to be posting 3 to 5 times a day.
Okay.
The second one is growing your network. The third one is building relationships with your network. And then the fourth one is communicating with people.
Okay.
Now, again, I kind of talk about social media because that, I feel like it's a lot of us run our business on social media, but these 4 steps besides the posting, the 2, 3, and 4, that is something, if you're not a big Facebook or Instagram person, that's something that should be done every single day. You know, blitzing is a way to communicate, you know, building relationships with people, you know, while you're building, like getting their information. So all of these steps, no matter how you're building your business, whatever platform you're using, you want to make sure that you're doing that formula. And it doesn't have to go in any order. It's just, those are just the 4 things we should be doing every day. So, all right, Jen, do you want to kind of talk about posting a little bit?
Yeah, I can. I'm bummed the 3-3 rule doesn't work anymore because that was like my go-to.
I know.
I think it's extremely important that we're still consistent with our posts because people are on at different times, as we talked about several, you know, trainings ago. But because there's people who are going to be on in the morning, people on in the middle of the day, and people on at night. I was trying the 3 posts a day, but I like the 5 posts a day. I think the best. I try to keep it personal, so I always try to include pictures of my kids or, you know, things that I'm doing with my kids. When my likes get really low, I post a picture of my kids to kind of boost it up. And then I'm always posting products I'm using. Right now, my page looks pretty spammy because I'm trying to boost numbers. So don't go by today's. And, you know, be excited when you're posting about what you're doing. I liked how Julie said, you know, we don't talk about that we're a distributor. We talk about how we're networking throughout our business. And I call it social networking or network marketing because people like that word better. So whenever you're writing that, talk about opportunity in your posts. And, you know, talk about the team aspect whenever you're posting about the opportunity, like through the meeting, how you're recruiting people, things like that. Maybe you just want to throw something else in there too.
Yeah, I have things to add.
Go for it.
So Amanda kind of touched on it, but pictures, I've noticed a big difference in like the pictures that will get a lot of attention versus ones that don't. And I would say, for example, like there's a lot of things you can find on Pinterest, but like if it's going to be a greens picture, you know, have it just be like a generic green smoothie or something. But those ones that are like really decorated, I don't know how they got that way. I think androids can do that, but that look very fabricated. Either, you know, if you don't have greens on hands, I say that would be number 1, is to take a selfie with your greens. Just taking a picture of the greens, you're not going to get a lot of attention, but you in the photo with your greens is going to do great. If you don't have that product on hand that you want to do a post about, you know, always check the It Works Global Facebook page for, they have great photos that are great quality, before and after photos, of course, but stay away from those ones that just look like they were pieced together on a computer because they just don't get a lot of attention.
They're not eye appealing.
they're not eye appealing, and it's just like you might as well not spend your time doing it because it's not gonna, get you the result that you want. But also, like Jennifer was saying, and we talked about this on a training a while ago, but if we want to get towards the idea of like you're speaking to one person. So we're trying to get away from like, hey, I'm looking for 10 people, or hey, I need product testers. Like, try to always approach Facebook or Instagram as if you're talking to a person, right next to you. So word it like that. Word it like you're talking to one single person, even if it's an opportunity post. And that makes it more personal. That makes it like somebody's going to read that and it's going to grab their attention. They're going to be like, wow, I feel like she's talking to me. So just try to personalize it that way.
Yeah.
Melissa did type using the Facebook Live ones again too. I still have not figured out the live videos on my phone.
I just heard that not everyone has the capability, but it will shortly. Everyone will. So if you've done all your updates and all that stuff and you still don't have it, then that probably means you'll be getting it soon.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, that is. Hey, real quick, sorry you guys. How do I make it so that who's ever talking kind of pops up so I don't have to keep? Anybody know?
Not as good. No.
Okay. I'll just have to keep putting it back and forth. Does anybody else have anything that they want to add about, post?
Hey, everybody, Beth, at your top, right, it should say speaker view. At least on mine it does. There's 4 squares, little icons.
Okay, so does it say it? Yeah, I think that. So
if you click on speaker view, then it should pop up whoever's talking.
Okay, so do you guys see me now since I'm talking?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Megan, do you want to add anything? I know you're busy with your little one. Or Melissa, or Rachel, or anybody else on here who have awesome posts?
Nope, I think you guys are doing a great job. Sorry, I had peanut butter and jelly all over me.
Okay, so let's talk about, I wanted to talk to you guys about growing your network really quick. So say we're using Facebook, for instance. So a few ways to grow your network is to get involved with different groups. So get involved with groups that you are passionate about. So I'm involved with a lot of mommy groups, fitness groups. I love barre. I'm a dental hygienist, so I'm a part of tons of dental hygiene groups. Anything to do with things that you love, books, working out, food, anything like that. And what you're gonna do is get involved with that group. I'll go to a mom's group and I'll go and I'll add a bunch of those moms that are on there because you guys, moms want to make some extra money, especially if they stay at home. So go to different groups and you can add people that way. The other thing is when I first started this, I asked a lot of my friends, hey, can I go onto your friend list really quick and just add some of your friends to my network to help grow my network? And every single one of them said yes. The other thing, if I would go on to different pages, or I would ask my loyal customers, hey, do you have any friends or family that you would like to refer to me that are on your Facebook? And they would say, yeah, here are the lists. And I would, just go and add those people. So there's all kinds of different ways. When you're out and about, you guys, if you're a blitzer and you like to do that belly-to-belly wrapping, get your people on Facebook or Instagram, whichever network or whatever social media you do. What I'll do is say I got a massage. If I'll hand them a Blitz card and they're interested in, they're like, oh, wow, what is this? I've heard of this before. Can you tell me some information? I say, yes, of course. I'll say, first thing I say is, do you have Facebook? And yeah, of course. So I take their phone and I add myself to it. And then I accept them on Facebook because then right away I have their information. So then I can go back and I can contact them and, follow up with them. So it's really good to get them on some kind of social media. So that's kind of how I've grown my network. When you're on Facebook, you guys just be aware of, doing it too fast because you can get flagged and you can get blocked. So I always feel like a safe number to add people is about 30. Sometime I've gotten a little crazy. I'm like, I don't want to stop, so I'll keep going. I've been fine, but you don't want to get blocked or anything like that. So just add 30 at a time. And, you know, and then you can add 30 in the morning, 30 at night, and then 30, you know, lunch or whatever. So try to add about 100 people every day. They're not all going to accept your friend request, but I would say about 10-15% of them will. So do you guys have anything to add? Anybody want to add anything about that?
Oh, I was thinking tonight, because I was sitting at Dairy Demons, my son's football thing. You hear all the women talking about losing weight and getting in shape and all that stuff. And we're now on a Dairy Demons like page. So if your kids are in any activities and you can get in any groups like that, that's a great way to network, because they're going to just automatically see your kids are in something and start friending them. I do that with my daughter's dance group too that we have.
That's a really good idea.
And those are great ways, because those people are like, you know, clearly into athletics, like you said earlier, or dance. There's a whole bunch of like personal trainers in that one, and people who teach ballet bar and stuff like that. So
yeah.
I was going to chime in really fast and say also, if you guys are going to start adding people, I know, and maybe I'm the only one that does this, so I always check though to make sure like there's no one that's really like on our team that they're friends with, just because I don't want to like be that girl that's like, oh, let me add you to it, and then not necessarily quote unquote take their business, but in a way like that's kind of just how I see it too. So I'm always self-aware, like whenever I'm adding people that I don't know, if I know that they're on my business, I kind of stay clear and just kind of like skip to the next person.
Yeah,
I do that now, because, well, there's a group of us that have tons of mutual friends, but only because we came from the same area, and I started networking
and stuff. Right.
And now I just network out where I live, because nobody's out here. So
yeah.
Maybe pick a state and then go from there. Pick a state and find groups.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea. And I've actually been, because I wanted to try to network outside of Arizona where I live. So I've even gone to like California dental hygiene groups, like, you know, Las Vegas, like all kinds of different areas. So you can definitely go into different areas and network there as well.
California, I believe, has the biggest population, and I don't think it's really huge out there.
Where?
In California.
Oh, yeah. I agree. Okay. So some of the other back to basic things we can start doing, you guys, is we always go back to what, you know, what the company was, how it started and everything like that. So getting back to wrapping people. Even if, like, I know it's hard to kind of get out and have parties and stuff like that. It was hard for me. It's a little bit easier for me now because my boys are a little bit older, but before it was just impossible. I worked full time. Every second I wanted to stay with my kids. So, but now it's a little bit different. So, but for those of you who are having a hard time doing parties or anything like that, one of the things that you can do that's easy is just wrap people. And so you don't have to do a party. You don't have to have an event or anything like that. I know, for instance, Julie, when she started, she wrapped a bunch of people at her gym. So she would blitz people, she would talk to people and network people at her gym, and she would literally make $75, you know, go into the gym and wrapping people. So no matter where you're at, you guys, make sure that you're blitzing and you're getting back to those basics, and we're not just using social media. So if you're kind of struggling with your business right now and you're like, okay, I'm doing these steps, I'm not sure what else to do, start putting wraps on people. So, you know, if you go to, you know, you drop your kids off at daycare or they do some kind of sports event, make sure that you're blitzing people. And if somebody's interested, say, hey, I have a wrap right here. I have a wrap in my purse. It's $25. Do you want me to wrap you real quick so you can see what it's like? And I guarantee you're going to get so many people who are like, oh yeah, I want to try it. So I've wrapped people at banks before, you know, like that's what I used to do when I couldn't do parties. I would just blitz people and try to wrap people on the spot. So what were you saying?
I have a funny story. So one time I tend to blitz the cashier at Target. And one time I blitzed the cashier and the lady, she took it, but the lady behind me in line literally like flagged me down in the parking lot.
Oh my gosh.
Because she like was, you know, listening to what I was saying. And so I wrapped her in the parking lot of Target. And I didn't even blitz her. Like I blitzed the cashier.
That's hilarious.
But people are always listening.
Yeah. Yeah. If you talk loud enough, then other people are going to hear and they're going to be like, oh, what is that? You know? So that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Julie. It makes me want to like go out and just like sometimes I'll like be in a hurry and I'm like, shoot, I forgot my Blitz cards, or, you know, so it makes me just want to make sure that I'm always having my Blitz cards on hand, because you never know that person who is going to chase you down and want to join your business, or, you know, who's going to chase you down and wants to wrap, and that's $25 in your pocket, you know, that's a lot of money. So
Carolyn just asked a question.
Oh yeah, sorry, Carolyn. How do you blitz people at your gym? I've worn my shirt, but
yeah, so like at my gym, that's soliciting, so you can't just like walk around with Blitz cards, you know, but sometimes I will carry, sorry, there's like screaming children. Sometimes I will carry a few business cards upstairs with me, because people will be like, oh, what are you drinking? Or what is that on your shirt? And that way, like, I feel like a business card is a little bit more discreet. But the main way that I've done it is I always wear my It Works gear to the gym. And then I have a Blitz card hanging on the side of my gym bag. So I can show you guys really quick. So I just have it attached. Can you see it? I just have it attached to the side of my gym bag like this. And I detach it, like, that's the one that I put on my purse. So if I'm just going somewhere with my purse, then it's on my purse. But if I'm going to the gym, I have it on the side of my gym bag, hanging in the front. So when, like, people walk up to me, it's, like, the first thing they see on my black gym bag. And when I'm, like, getting dressed in the locker room, there's benches in our gym. So I just set out my gym bag, and I always make sure, like, it's right there on display. It's not being covered up. And I've had so many people say, what is that? I've heard about those. Like, I'm curious what that is. So
that's a good idea. I even carry like my water bottle. So I use like the shaker bottle as my water bottle, and people will be like, oh, that's a cool bottle, and be like, thanks. Have you heard of our body wraps? Or, you know, have you heard of like our products? And so it's just a great way. The other thing that Drew Mahard said one time, I don't remember where he said it, if it was at like a training or what it was, or a video, but he said he takes like the energy drinks, and he'll drink, you know, the energy drink in the morning or whatever, but then he'll carry it throughout the entire day, and he just fills it up with water. So then he's like walking around with like an energy drink, and people are like, oh, what's that? You know, so I'm like, that is genius, you know, just have your energy drink for the day and then just keep filling it up with water. So anything that's going to kind of get, you know, that name out, or, you know, just people will start approaching you. I've had people, you know, approach me about my shirt, or, you know, stuff like that. So, okay, so wrapping people for sure. The other thing is, you know, ask yourself, are you guys doing self-development every single day? That's one thing I'm really, really huge about, because I didn't do it for the longest time, and I'm like, what is going on with my business? And then I started seeing all these top leaders saying how important self-development was, and how much staying plugged in is so important. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to start doing that. And not only did it help myself and my business, but it helps me personally. It helps me with my family. It helps me just grow as a person. So that's one thing I would say, is make sure that you're getting back to, or if you haven't even yet, make sure that you guys are staying plugged in, and make sure you guys are doing at least 20 minutes a day self-development.
Is it Carrie Bauer that said your business is only going to be as good as your self-development is?
Mm-hmm. That was one of what you post on Diamond Squad, right?
Yeah.
You posted that on Periscope? Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. And some of the ways you guys can get plugged in is going to be doing your self-development is going to be by reading books, going to Periscope and listening to different leaders. They don't even have to be It Works leaders. You know, they could just be networking leaders, or just somebody who just inspires you. So that's the whole thing, is just, you know, getting inspired, learning and growing your mind and your body, and just, you know, fueling your mind with all kinds of different ideas. Because I will say, you will grow so much in this business. You know, regardless, this business is going to help you grow, but you're going to grow even faster and become an amazing leader, an amazing, you know, distributor, an amazing person for other people. an amazing inspiration if you're, you know, constantly fueling your mind and your body with, or most of your mind, with all this like new, you know, ideas and stuff like that. There's a lot of change in this business, so you have to be, you know, open for all that change. So I think somebody also said this business is 100% self-development tacked on with a compensation plan. So we get to grow as people and we get paid to do it. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so does anybody have anything else that they want to talk about? I want to just end this by 7 and then we can open it up to some questions. But I know that there was some things going on with Facebook, and so I wanted Julie to kind of talk to you guys about what myself and her, and I'm not sure if anybody else have been doing this, but a few things that we have been doing to kind of get around Facebook messaging and making our messages more personal to other people. And I've had amazing success with it this month. I've just been doing it for a couple weeks, but it's been working really, really well for my business. So, I think Julie, do you want to talk about that?
Yes, and even before I do that, I want to just cover a few basics because I used to way overcomplicate this, and so I figure if I did it, then a lot of other people probably do it, and like they're just like, I don't know what to say, so I added this new friend or whatever, or I haven't talked to this friend in 5 years, I don't know what to say. So I just wanted to give you a couple tips to help you with that. So Amanda already did like if it's a cold market, like a new person you just friend requested, you know, you say thank you for adding me. I'm really excited to connect with you, or I'm really looking forward to connecting with you, and then you pay them a compliment, and that's it. That's all you have to do. And then, you know, if they like one of your posts, obviously you would, you know, probably reach out to them. But if they haven't liked or commented on your posts, you wait 3 or 4 weeks, and then you could send them some type of message like what we already talked about, like, hey, you know, I don't know if you'd be interested, or that's what I've been saying. I don't know if you'd be interested or not, or maybe you know someone that would, but you know, I have a great promo going on right now with this product. Would you be interested? So, but if it's a friend that you, let's say you've been friends with for a while, and you haven't talked to them, and you're like, I don't know how to like reach out and reconnect, all you have to do is say, how are you? That's it. How are you? How have you been? And wait for them to respond. So again, it goes back to think about, you're just having a conversation as if you did with someone in person. You know, social media should be no different. And I think that's where I was overcomplicating it. I was trying to make it something different than what it is, but it's no different than having someone right in front of you that you just ran into at the mall. Hey, how have you been? I haven't seen you forever. I haven't talked to you forever. And you wait for them to respond and say something back to you, and you build the rapport. They're probably going to say, how have you been? You could say, you know, I've been doing great. And then if they ask you another question, like, what have you been up to? Are you still doing X, Y, Z? You could go into, no, I'm actually doing online marketing for a health and wellness company, you know, and you start it that way. But you just have a conversation. It doesn't, you should never message someone that you haven't talked to in a long time and be like, hey, do you want to buy my product? Do you want to be a loyal customer? Hey, did you know I'm doing this? Like, you just have a conversation, like as if they came over to your house and you hadn't seen them in 5 years. So I just want to give you those tips because that's what I struggled with for a while. I don't know why. It seems very simple.
I love that.
And then Amanda and I learned this from John Eric, but voice messaging, because Facebook cannot, like, they can track if you copy and paste because it's words, but they can't track that if you do voice messages. So you really can't get in trouble for voice messaging people. And what Amanda and I have discovered is it's a lot faster because if you just don't say their name, like if you say, hey girl, you know, how have you been, or how's your day going, then you can actually forward that message to another person, and you don't have to keep doing the same message over and over, like, you know, individually for each person. So it's actually faster than what copying and pasting was, and it makes it more personal. So people are going to respond to that better because they can hear the excitement in your voice. It's personal to them. And so that's been working really well. So we were excited to share that.
Yeah, I've had such good response with it. I've had people who haven't really like gotten back to me, and I've sent them like a voice message, and then they respond, and you know, so I feel like it's just so much more personal. You don't even have to say like, hey girl, you can say, hey, I hope you're doing so well. I wanted to share with you I have, 6 people to offer my wholesale price on our body wraps. I just thought you would, I just thought of you. Would you be interested in something like this? You can word it however you want. Make it, no more than like 20 seconds long. But I feel like people just, I don't know, they've just been responding so much better to that than just like a copy and paste message. And it's just a way to kind of go around, getting your messages out. Because like I said, you guys, it's so important to contact people because we are in sales. So there has to be a really fine line with, branding yourself, letting people come to you, marketing yourself and showing, like, attracting, people to you. And so that is so important to do. But in the meantime, we have to be reaching out to people. We have to be telling them about what we have. It's just kind of like blitzing, but we're doing it through social media. And by doing the voice messages, it makes it a lot more personal. So
one other thing I wanted to add about messaging, just because I get this a lot from my team, is, we're diligent about sending those messages out. And sometimes, Facebook will show you that they viewed it, but then they don't get back to you. So what I've done, and I've actually had quite a few people respond when I've sent this message, when people view your message and you're waiting a couple days for them to get back to you, and let's say, you don't want to like do this the next day, but if like a week went by or something, or maybe there's a promo going on and you really thought they wanted to take advantage, but they haven't responded to you, a great thing that you could say is something like, hey, I saw that you viewed my message and I'm sure you probably got caught up with something and forgot, like I do. I'm busy too, so I totally understand, but I just wanted to check back in with you and see if you were interested in this. So like, be empathetic, saying like, I understand, like that happens to me too, and I'm just trying again. And I've had a lot of people respond that way.
Yeah, actually, for you, since you just brought that up, that brought something in my mind. The fourth one is contacting people and communicating with people. That follow up should go along with that, because it's really important that we do follow up. So like Julie said, like if somebody, somebody's interested, but they just haven't gotten back to you, make sure you write their name down. That way to go follow up with them, because you, like I said before, you want to be the first person who reaches out to them and lets them know what you have to offer. And you want to be the last person that they hear from about these products. So, or about the business, whatever it is. So I've lost a lot of people by not following up with people. And I, maybe talked to them in January and I didn't follow up with them in months and months because I forgot or something like that. And I finally follow up with them 3 months later, and I already found out that they are already ordering our products, or they're already a distributor. And that hurts, you guys. That hurts. So make sure that we're following up with our potentials, because we don't want to, we don't want to lose them. And we know that they're interested in it. So we just have to make sure that we are following up.
Yeah, I was actually one of those people who was hesitant about it. And then Rachel kept reaching out to me and messaging me. And so I I kept seeing her posts about how she was staying at home with her children and everything. And I was like, oh my gosh, I totally want to do that. So here I am, and I'm just totally excited. So it's awesome. You guys got to follow up. That's definitely important.
Yeah, I love that. Way to go, Rachel. That is so great. I love that you said that. And Brooke, you're new with us just this week. So I love that you're on, and I love that you're getting plugged in already. And so awesome job. And thanks for sharing that, because that just shows right there that following up is so, so important.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. I'm going to say goodnight to my boys real quick. So if anybody else wants to share anything, they can real fast. Sorry.
All the kids are crazy today, huh? How's everybody's businesses going with the summer? Yeah, mine's off the wall right now. My kids are, every time I'm trying to do something, like I'm running 5 parties right now, and every time I'm trying to post on it, they're bugging me all the time. I'm like, get out of here. That's a great way to network too. I get a lot of people from throwing parties, and then I go and friend them.
Yeah. I like to do that too. Okay, so just real quick, and then we'll stop the recording and just answer some questions if you guys have any. Otherwise, we'll just hop on off and we'll get to booming our end of the month. So I just wanted to kind of go over to you guys like how to push these last couple of days. Some of the things that I like to do is, like right now I'm on, and so is Jen, our minds are on parties right now. Like we are trying to book as many parties as we can these last couple of days. If you can't book parties, then, you know, do some online parties or do some Zoom parties, something like that. But parties are so important. Even if you guys can just book one party, you know, you don't need to give a lot of people notice. I would say 2 to 3 days notice is perfect. So make sure you guys are booking a party. That's going to be an awesome way to kind of boost that volume and get your new girls going and, you know, get new distributors on your team. The other thing is contact your current loyal customers. So what I've been doing is I literally probably sent out 200 emails these past couple of days contacting all my loyal customers. Now, emails, you guys, I'm going to tell you, there's not the best way to communicate with people. So I'm actually going to go and message them on Facebook, give them a voice message, but I'm letting them know, all of my current loyal customers, I'm letting them know about our new probiotic and just saying, hey, I am so excited. We have our new product out. If you're interested, I can offer it to you at our wholesale price. They're already loyal customers. They're already going to get our wholesale price, but it just makes it sound like, oh, this is for you. Do you want this? And I've had actually a lot of people message me back and be like, oh, can I get some information? So make sure you're staying in communication with your current loyal customers. The other thing is whatever you have been doing, how many people you've been talking to. Say you talk to 10 people every day, double or triple that number at the end of the month. To kind of boost everything up. You know, like I talked to a lot of people today, every day. What I'm doing the end of this week is I am talking to people until I get a loyal customer or distributor. So I'm just not stopping until I do. So just, you know, double that up or triple that up, whatever you guys have time to do. But those are just a few things you guys can do to just kind of boost everything up these last couple of days. I love end of the month because I feel like just miracles happen. And so yeah, so if any of you guys have anything to add, please do. Or if you guys have any questions, then now is the perfect time to ask. Anybody have anything else? No? Okay, well, we will end our training, or our meeting, I should say. And we'll see you guys next week. And if you guys do have any questions or anything, feel free to, you know, reach out to me or anybody on here. We love hearing from you guys. So, all right. Well, we will talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Bye, guys.